Hello, guys. Welcome back to a new episode of Team Talks. Again in Web Summit, and I think for the first time in this channel, I think there's no need to be in introduction. We have we have a singer, massive social media content creator, more 23 million followers, Lauren Gray.
Aw, thank you. That was quite the introduction. I appreciate it.
So, can you give a quick introduction to the viewers out there?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Loren Gray. I'm 22. I've been making social media content since I was 13 years old, so it's been 9 years. I was just recently in a movie. I've been making music since I was 16, so wear a lot of hats. I do a lot of things, but I'm excited to be here and talking to you.
Thank you. So what was the inspiration to do what you do? Because you do a lot of stuff. What do you think is the biggest inspiration?
Sure. So I started social media really young. I was 13 and I was homeschooled and I was being bullied really bad at school. So I started posting online on accident. I was uploading videos on TikTok when it was Musically, accidentally, because I was trying to save them to my camera roll and they were going viral. So I started getting this audience, and it came at the perfect time because I was struggling a lot. I didn't have any friends. So I found community on the internet, and I've been doing it ever since. So it just happened by accident, but it was the happiest accident of my life.
Exactly. Screw the bullies.
Exactly. That's right. You tell them.
So, where do you think there was like a moment in your life that you were like, okay, this is it. Like, I'm good.
I don't think I've ever had that moment. I think there's been a lot of small victories over time, and there's been moments where I've been like, wow, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm doing this. Especially, doing my first movie was a huge deal. When I signed my record deal, those are all milestones. But I don't think I've ever had a moment where I didn't think there was room for me to improve. So I think it's just like taking these small steps and achieving these milestones, and then looking to the next thing, and that's what kind of keeps me going.
So, social media is a big part of your job, and there's a lot of positive things that comes with it, and a lot of challenging things that comes with it.
Absolutely.
So, what do you say was like one of the most challenging parts about social media?
I mean, the obvious answer is the hate, the negativity that can come with it. You're opening yourself up to a lot of opinions, and people have a lot to say. But I think for me, it's been difficult at times. But I definitely have much thicker skin now than I did 9 years ago, and I've learned a lot, and I've learned how to sort of manage that and take myself out of those situations when it's getting too difficult, and sort of take a deep breath, remember what's important to me, and sort of keep that separation between work and my personal life.
So do you get this hate even when you were like younger, like a teenager?
Oh, especially when I was a teenager. Yeah, I feel like it's gotten easier now, but in the beginning it was really, really tough, and there was a lot of negative opinions. And I was really young, so it was a lot to navigate. And it's difficult to navigate for anyone at any age.
Yeah, imagine like getting like tons of like hate when you're like 16, like, people you don't even know about, like they don't even know you and stuff.
And I was getting bullied in school, and then I'd come home and get on the internet. I was getting bullied there, so it was just like being hit from all angles. But I think it was humbling for sure, and I think it taught me a lot about myself, and it forced me to know who I am and be confident in who I am, and I'm grateful for that.
So talk about the challenge. Let's talk about the positive that comes with it, of course.
There's tons. I mean, like I said, I built this community, and I at a time where I really needed it. And I still do. I still rely on, fans and supporters and people who watch my content, because that is my community. And I've known them, a lot of them, for years. And that's a really, really special bond that I get to have. I get to do amazing things all the time and talk to amazing people like yourself who are doing really great things. And I've gotten to see the world. I've gotten to do so many things that I would have never gotten to do, but I think what's sort of carried me through always has been the fan base and that support that I really needed, and I think I'm always going to need.
Yeah. So just a quick insight. You said you learned a lot of through the years.
Yeah.
How you would say you handle the negativity?
Oh, I mean, some days are better than others.
Yeah, of
course. You know, just like anything else, I think you have to have a thick skin. You have to, I mean, when I pursued this job professionally, I knew what came with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I obviously didn't know it was going to become this big, but I knew that it was going to be difficult. And at the end of the day, I know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I know what my values are. I know that I'm a good person, with or without all of this. So I think it's been really, really important for me to know myself really well and have really great people around me. I have great parents, I have great friends, and people who care about me a lot. And that's been the most important thing.
So, of course, you achieved a lot of milestones in your career so
Mm-hmm.
far. And you're 22, so it's
Yes.
like very impressive. So, which future goals do you have?
Oh my gosh. I feel like it's always changing. I think, you know, my goals from when I was 16 to 18
Yeah.
to now, I think there's always going to be more things that I think I can do or want to do. Right now, I'm really, really interested in acting. I just put out my first movie on Netflix, and that was a huge deal.
Yeah.
And I'd love to do more things like that. I love coming to web summits because I get to speak to people like yourself. I get to learn a lot from other people. Um, Hopefully making more music projects, getting to travel more, see more fans, eventually getting to tour would be fantastic. So I have a lot of goals professionally. I have a lot of goals personally on just
Yeah.
like things that ways that I think I can improve as a person. But I think it's always changing.
No, yeah, of course. Like, I couldn't imagine being 15 years old being here right now at Wet Summit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
And this
So,
is a huge milestone, you know?
exactly. So how you say, very generic, but how do you say you balance your personal life with your social life, like social media life?
I'm gonna give kind of a generic answer back, but I think it's the best answer is just knowing when to stop. When I
Mm-hmm.
first started social media, I would burn out super quick. I would wake up and I would do my makeup and I would post all these videos, and that's all I did. I didn't give myself room to have any other interests, to see my friends, to have any other hobbies. So after a while, I was so like sucked into this job that I didn't have a life outside of it. So something that's been important for me recently is finding things that I enjoy outside of my phone.
Yeah.
So I learned to crochet, and I'm in school. I'm in college, studying business. I have friends and I have things that I enjoy doing outside of the job, which is really great because when you do that and you have other passions, your passion for the job sort of comes back because
Yeah.
when you put too much pressure on it as work, it sort of takes the fun out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I started because it was fun.
Yeah.
So it's important to keep that sort of idea and keep the passion for it.
So you think one day, like you said, like it's knowing when to stop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do you think someday is gonna reach that limit? Hopefully not, but just asking.
I think when it's my time, I'll know.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I could do it forever. I mean, I love it, but I'm sure at some point in time, maybe there'll be a time, or maybe there won't, and I'll keep doing it forever, and I'll be in a nursing home posting TikToks. Who knows? But for right now, I love it, and I trust my instincts, and I know when to stop, and I know when I'm getting tired, and I'm really good at listening to my mind and my body now. And I think as long as I keep doing that, I could get pretty far.
So just to finish off our interview, you're a very big inspiration for many young girls out there. And what you would say your biggest advice to a lot of young girls that passed through similar situation as yours?
Oh my gosh, I feel like these are also generic answers, but I wish that I had at that time when I was starting social media when I was, 12, 13, I wish I had someone to just sort of remind me that everything that I'm going through and all of the situations that I was in, I was not alone in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sort of always been I guess my purpose in making content was to make content that was relatable, that people felt less alone. I didn't really have that. I didn't have anyone to look at. I listened to music and I watched shows, but I didn't have anyone who was my age who was doing the same things as me. So I think I would say, everything is temporary, especially in school. I feel like when you're in school and you're being bullied, it's very easy to think that that's the end of the world. but there's so much more than that. You're capable of so much, and this is very generic, but if you put your mind to it, you can do anything, because I shouldn't be here. I'm from the middle of nowhere. So if I'm here and I can do it, then anyone can do it.
Whereabouts?
I'm from Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Ever been?
No.
Didn't think so. It's it's a little city in Pennsylvania, and I love it, but I'm glad I'm here.
I used to live in a little town in New Jersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where?
Richmond.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not far from there.
Really?
Yeah, that's really cool. Awesome. Small
Look,
world.
Some small world. Look, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
Do you have any final words to the viewers?
Check them out. They do great things, and thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. Okay, guys. Bye bye.